we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we bear witness that none is worthy of our worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our sustainer, our creator, the all merciful, the all forgiving, the one who punishes against all the sins. So may Allah protect us all from any of the sin that cause punishment there in the day of judgment. Ameen. May Allah bless us all with to be remindful and to be among those who are always people who think and people who plan and people who prepare for the next days to come. May Allah Azza wa Jal help us to be among those who are not among those who neglect or those who are lazy to practice. May Allah help us to be among those who are practical mu'mineen. Ameen. May Allah give us the title of mu'mineen, salihin, muttaqeen, rashideen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. May Allah Azza wa Jal does not make us among those who are named غافلين, ظالمين, فاسقين أو منافقين. نعوذ بالله من تلك المسميات ونسأل الله أن يجعلنا من أصحاب الجنات الذين يبقون إلى ربهم عز وجل وهو راض عنهم فاللهم ارض عنا يا رب العالمين. May Allah help us to be among those who are pleased and those who are successful in this world and the world to come. May Allah Azza wa Jal make it happen for all of us. Ameen. My dear brothers, the last few Jum'ahs we are talking about the stages of the hereafter, Al-Akhirah, and what comes before Al-Akhirah, Al-Maut, the death, and what happens. And today is Al-Ghafla. Al-Ghafla. We talk about Al-Ghafla, what Al-Ghafla means, and what's the definition of that word, and what is the end of those who are غافلين. نعوذ بالله أن نكون منهم ونسأل الله عز وجل أن يحفظ قلوبنا وأن يجعلنا ممن يعقل ويعمل ويذكر ويشكر ويصلح ويطع ربه ونبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم. آمين. May Allah help us to be among those who are mindful, those who do not have that kind of heedlessness, those who are always away, and dunya is taking them so far, and they are always busy with businesses, homes, working so hard, taken away, and then suddenly they are taken back to Allah. May Allah help us to be ready and to be always among those who are planning, planting, working, worshipping, obedience, those who are the successful ones to be deserved to be with those النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. Oh Allah, make us among them. Ameen. My dear brothers, Al-Ghafla. Do not be غافل. نعوذ بالله من الغفلة ونعوذ بالله من الحسرة. What Al-Ghafla means literally heedlessness, thoughtless, somebody who doesn't think, somebody who does not plan, somebody who's just leaving himself to the dunya. Put him up, put him down, taking him this side, taking him that side, running behind businesses, which is halal, 100%, but the meaning is, be careful. Sa'atan wa sa'a. Business does not take me away of the worship of Allah. Business does not make me neglect my children, their education, their deen. Business does not make me invest in things that is not allowed, haram things. I'm not allowed as a mu'min. Dunya is dunya. It's low and it's very short and it's gonna go. Some of us think and hope for long, long life. Today I give you an example with a few of our brothers that we know personally. People that we always love. People who Allah Azza wa Jalla, Allah made them an example for us to be mindful, to always think and to prepare for a moment. Just yesterday, one of our brothers, he just traveled and he lives in Qatar for a few months, the last few months, okay? What happens to that brother? He applied for his wife to join him, and he's just a young man, you know, starting his wife, and I would like you to think of that. Just applied, just starting a new life. He did not yet get any of children. SubhanAllah, he's full with energy. he is so great person, and he's waiting for his wife. He went to the airport to take and to receive his beloved wife. I would like you to think of the moments when a young man is waiting for his beloved wife that he missed for a few months. He is waiting, and he's planning, and he's hoping, and he's opening all doors to work and to enjoy and to establish his life and to work better and better and to stay beside his beloved spouse. See what happens. In the way, our brother was in a crash accident and he died. His wife arrived and he's not there. His wife came and she did not find the husband. The man who was so energetic, who was so loving dunya, loving this halal environment. He want to get together with his spouse. He want to get together and establish a new life. And hopes and imagine all this. And most of us passed through this. But Allah has given us opportunities, chances, and we're still there. We're still living. In a certain point of time, all of us were waiting for our spouses and our wives to join us here or anywhere. I'm sure all of us passed through this. What happens if we were the ones who were chosen to go? Our brother, he went, he left this dunya. My point is, there is a kind of word that's called ghafla that makes us awake, makes us do not think, makes us really not deeply mindful of Allah's Azza wa Jal decision that He will happen to us with no doubt. Qadarullah, it will come, whether we like it or we do not like it. So the good ones are the ones who are mindful of the next step to come. Al-ghafla, Allah Azza wa Jal warned us against ghafla. And al-ghafla happens because of ignorance, the heedless, the thoughtless, the people who are unmindful of Allah Azza wa Jal. It happens because of jahl, ignorance. It happens because of too many sins. It happens because of just arrogance. It happens because of dunya, because of bad company that takes us away, because of being, wal-'iyāzu billah, busy with all things other than what makes us happy there in the next life. Allah Azza wa Jal said, وَأَنذِرْهُمْ يَوْمَ الْحَسْرَةِ وَهُمْ فِي غَفْلَةٍ وَهُمْ مُعْرِضُونَ. Allah Azza wa Jal said, warn them against the regret day, the day of regret. Allah named it the day of regret. Why it is called for some people the day of regret? Because of the heedlessness, because of ghafla. We are taken away. We are so busy with things. We waste so much time. We are busy with things that only relates to dunya, and we do not give ourselves a chance to think of what will make us happy in our next life. My dear brothers, yes, we can walk, we can do all good things, but we never should forget any of things that will make us happy in the next life. Allah Azza wa Jal قال اقترب للناس حسابهم وهم في غفلة وهم معرضون ما يأتيهم من ذكر من ربهم محدث إلا استمعوه وهم يلعبون لاهية قلوبهم وأسروا الندامة لما رأوا العذاب نعوذ بالله من عذاب الله وسخطه. Allah said, it is so close to them. اقترب للناس حسابهم. It is so close to us, the judgment. It is so close to us when we are being asked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we think we are healthy. We are not sick. If I tell you about my brother Bu'alam, who just recently in the end of Ramadan passed away, and his brother was telling me, remember my brother in your dua. He's for a few years severely sick with cancer, and he's struggling, and he lost all his weight. And in the night of 27, In Ramadan, he passed away. Bu'lam, you might say, yes, he was sick. He's with cancer. He's with cancer. He died. You know what? It's normal. It is acceptable. It makes sense. But if I tell you about another big old fellow, Brother Adhami, his son came from Bari, prayed with us. And he said, Imam, my father, you remember him? Yes, he did Hajj with me in 2009 in our group. And you see, Brother Adhami is an old man, old fellow, very strong. But lately, he was in a stroke. And he went to the hospital, unconscious, for about a month. And then suddenly, a call, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. There are signs. It could be very old, and it could be very sick. But if you know what happens, I just received a call last night, almost 1 a.m. And alhamdulillah, I was reading a little bit, and then I get that call. And then I didn't hear it first, and then the second time out, somebody's insisting. So one of my beloved brothers is calling. What happens? You see, what? One of our community members, our community, and our community is Bradford, Kiswick, Aurora, Newmarket, surrounding areas. So what happens? One of our beloved brothers passed. Who is that? Brother Imad Rahimi. Imad Rahimi, he's only 38 years old. There is no any sign that he will die. No signs. No sign. Very strong. Very young. Just got married recently. Came to the country about 6 years ago. And he living in Kiswick. In the way, in Lasley Street, in an accident. Imad is not there. Imad got hit and he was killed. He died. Imad is not with us anymore. It doesn't have signs. It does not need a proof. It will come. It will happen. These just examples that we are going to leave dunya. Are we mindful? Are we ready? Do we need more signs? Do we need more green light that is coming? No. It comes in a sudden. It comes in a sudden. It will happen sooner or later. But the people who are mindful, the people who are good, they will always plan and think of that end that is coming. So do not be among al-ghafilin. Na'udhu billahi min al-ghafla. Na'udhu billahi min al-ghafla. Allah is warning us against this. Do not be thoughtless. Do not be a person who neglect. Many a times and often we are busy. We are thinking of establishing a home. You know what? I have another investment in my mind. I'll buy another room. You know what? My kids, I have to do this and I have to do that. And dunya is taking me so far. So far. I have some company that they may take me away and put me up and put me down. And I need a company that will make me close to Allah, that will make me ready to meet with my Lord, Allahu Azza wa Jal. Man ahabba liqa'a Allah, ahabba Allahu liqa'ah. Whosoever loves to meet with Allah, Allah will love to meet with him. And whoever hates to meet with Allah, Allah Azza wa Jal does not like to meet with him. Our brother Imad, the one I just mentioned from Kiswick, Imad Rahimi, may Allah have mercy on him. They just finished autopsy for him to prove the accident. What happens to our brother? He had his child 2 plus, only 2 plus, kid, baby. Subhanallah. The father left and Allah saved the child. Allah saved the child. You can go take a look in the hospital. See the child who lost his father, who became an orphan. Are we ready for such position? We are worried. We are paranoid. We are risk-phobic. We are always thinking of building and establishing, which is great. But the best of all builders, the one who built for his future, the one who built for the next life. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he said, Inna Allah Azza wa Jal nada ahl al-jannati wa ahl al-nar. Ya ahl al-jannah, فاصطفوا أمامه ويا أهل النار فاصطفوا جميعا ثم نادى ربنا عز وجل على الموت كما قال نبينا صلى الله عليه وسلم نادى الله على الموت فقتل. الموت, you know the death is killed, يعني no more death afterwards. So أهل الجنة يا أهل الجنة انعموا فلا تبتئسوا أبدا ويا أهل النار في عذاب ليس فيه أي نعيم أبدا لا رؤية لنعيم. All people of Jannah, be there forever, no more death to come. And all people of Jahannam, نعوذ بالله من عذاب جهنم, you are there forever, no more chances to go back. And then he recited صلى الله عليه وسلم وأنذرهم يوم الحسرة وهم في غفلة. وأنذرهم, warn them, give them a warning against the regret day. Be ready for that day. Do not get busy with dunya too much. Do not indulge in things that are muharramat too much. Just think of what will be permanent, that will be established. You know, yesterday we just said a hadith Qudsi. I want to say it to all of us. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كما رواه أبو هريرة قال الله تعالى, Allah said, أعددت لعبادي الصالحين ما لا عين رأت ولا أذن سمعت ولا خطر على قلب بشر. He said, صلى الله عليه وسلم, that Allah said, I prepared for my pious righteous servants, as-salihin, what never eyes seen before and never ears heard before, wala khatar, and they never even thought about. That is Jannah. That is Jannah. Are we planning for that permanent plan, that permanent living, that permanent beautiful place in gardens? May Allah make us among those who will be there in Jannah. Ameen. My dear brothers, see about al-ghafla. Al-ghafla is a disease. Allah said about it, وَلَقَدْ ذَرَأْنَا لِجَهَنَّمَ كَثِيرًا مِنَ الْجِنِّ وَالْإِنسِ لَهُمْ قُلُوبٌ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا أولئك كالأنعام بل هم أضل أولئك هم الغافلون. Allah said, we have a certain number of people to be the people of Jahannam. نعوذ بالله من عذاب جهنم. Those kind of people, they have hearts that does not think, heart that does not understand, that does not think. The hearts think, the hearts understand. Yes, may Allah give us sound hearts that thinks, that understand, that works, that plans. Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ameen. See, my dear brothers, Allah said, وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ, and they have eyes that they do not see with. We see certain facts. We see Adhami dying in old age. We see Bu'lan dying with severe cancer and long-term sickness. We see Imad dying suddenly in an accident. And that is life. That is short-term. It's gonna leave us soon. It's gonna collapse. It's not permanent. It's just a short time. Are we ready? Are we planning? Allah said, وَلَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا. Yes, they have eyes. Yes, they do have vision. They can see, but they don't really see. They don't really take minds. They don't really take signs. They don't really take warnings. No, we will say, Ya Allah, we do. Ya Allah, we take signs. Ya Allah, we really understand that our time is coming to an end, and we will be ready. We will be establishing ourselves to that moment. وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا. And they really have ears that they do not hear with. You tell him this is halal and this is haram, he will just mix and go ahead, that's fine. You know what? He will hear ayatullah and he just keep neglecting. No, not me and you, not us as Muslimin, as believers. We will hear and we will obey. We will be among righteous ones, not the wrongdoer ones. We will be among the people who are soft, the people who are good behaving, the people who are respectful to others, the people who hear Allah's commands and they will really right away practice them, do them. Those are the ones. وَلَهُمْ آذَانٌ لَا يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا. Those kind of people, Allah said about them, وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, the people who do not hear with their ears, they do not take with these signs. Allah said, أُولَٰئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ بَلْ هُمْ أَضَلَّ. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ, they look like animals. Even they are worse than animals. نَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ. That is not the mu'min. The mu'min is an insan. The mu'min is a man who is mindful. The mu'min is a man who thinks. The mu'min is a man who plans. The mu'min is a man who planned for the future gardens, for the future ever living, last forever. It doesn't have an end. That is a mu'min. Allah said about those people, وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْغَافِلُونَ. And they are the ones who are ghafil, the ones who can be given the name of heedlessness, the people who do not care, the people who do not bother, the people who are busy, the people who are saying when you talk to them, where are you? Where is your spot in the masjid? Where is your spot when you are taking your children to learn deen? As we take our children to learn swimming, to learn sports, to learn other subjects, how about our deen? Are we involving them? Are we practicing with them? Are we helping them? Where are we from our centers? Our future happiness. This is our life. My dear brothers, for me and for you. لا تكن غافلا. لا تكن غافلا فإن الله ليس بغافل. Do not be among those who are غافلين, the ones who are with heedlessness, as Allah is not ghafil. Allah is watching. Allah is caring. Allah is looking at us day and night, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should not be among al-ghafilin. نعوذ بالله أن نكون من الغافلين. ونسأل الله أن يرزقنا الفردوس الأعلى من الجنة مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا يا رب العالمين. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروا. والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. My dear brothers, we really can be easily with the righteous people that Allah has prepared Jannat for them. And we easily can be away from those that Allah has considered as ghafileen, the people who are aware, the people who don't think of the future coming days. We can be among the good ones. How can be us be with the ones who are good? Let us learn. Let us hang up with a good company that will strengthen us, make us good believers. Not those who will take us here and there, upside down. No, we want to be with the good company, the good righteous people. May Allah make us always with them. Let us be among people who are the people of masajid, the people who do good deeds, who plant now to cut tomorrow when they meet with Allah. They will see the crops in Jannah, Jannatul Firdaus. When they are planting for the Akhirah. You know what? If we don't plan for ourselves, do not think that we will find someone to plant for us. Do not imagine. Yes, we can take care of the children. We may ask them to make dua for us, but they may not do it. So I want to do something for myself. Such kind of dhikr, such kind of nawafil, sadaqat, helping the Muslimin, remind all the Muslimin, make a good company, help Biyutullah, help the Muslim students, help our children, plant so that I can see something. You know, yesterday, something that is funny really, I heard it yesterday. You know, after Isha, we're leaving the masjid. So one of our great brothers who always in the masjid, he asked one of the children, and he said, you know, he's always asking the kids, he says, MashaAllah, I like that. So he asked the kid, he said, you know what, please make dua for me, don't forget. So look at the child when he answered, he said, you know what, I didn't even make dua for myself, you want me to make dua for you? Wallahi happens. He's asking, I saw that myself and I heard it. SubhanAllah, look at the boy. He just answered him, he said, you could easily say, Inshallah, I will. But the boy, he said, oh, you know what, I didn't even make it for myself. You want me to make for you? So don't expect others to plant for you. Don't expect others to make the dua for you. I want to make it for myself. I want to make the sadaqah for myself. I cannot trust that my child will go tomorrow and make sadaqah jariyah for me. Wallahi, I can't trust. And I'm ashamed to tell you that our house is even bigger than our masjid. Wallahi, I'm ashamed to say that. I'm ashamed to say that Muslimin from all the neighbors and neighbor area, I'm ashamed to say this is the masjid of New Market. This is the masjid of New Market. We can do sadaqat. We can help. We can establish. We can build. We can do so many things. And that is what remain for us. That is will be our treasure. That is will be our treasure. Not for dunya. You know what? How much we will eat. How much we will drink. How much, you know what? One of the brothers, I heard him, he said when he heard about stealing too much money from the country, the people who steal in the governments and here and there, especially back home. You see that such and such, he has 5 villas. So he has like 10 big buildings. So he said, you know what, I have a 2-bedroom apartment. And wallahi, he said, I don't have time to spend it in the balcony. And the guy, he has how many buildings? From stealing. If it's halal, Allahu Akbar, 100% halal, go ahead. But from stealing or investment in a wrong way, la, I want to invest for my future. I want to plan for my future. Something that will remain to me. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said something great for us. You know what he said? He said, إذا جاء أحدكم ملك الموت وفي يد أحدكم فسيلة فليغرسها. He said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, if the angel of this came to you and in your hand one plant, put it down. It will help those who will come later, and Allah will give us the reward. Allah will give us the reward. Let us make sadaqah jariyah for ourselves. Let us plan and build for ourselves. We need to have a record. We need to have a book full with good deeds, so that good deeds will erase the bad deeds. إن الحسنات يذهبن السيئات. إن الحسنات يذهبن السيئات. ذلك ذكرى للذاكرين. Really, the good deeds erases and removes the bad deeds. I want to do that. I want to establish that. I want to build for myself. I don't want to take myself busy. A famous saying that I heard from one of our relatives. He used to say, do not build for your children. Do not make yourself busy about your children buildings, homes. Build your child, he will build for you and for himself. Build your child. Make sure your child is learning his deen. Make sure your child is not taken away from us. We want our children to learn and to be on the straight path. May Allah make us on the straight path. May Allah help us to be among those who are mindful, people who think, people who are always related and connected with the King, Allah. Not related and linked with dunya, because dunya is cheap. Dunya is going to leave. It is, if it was a fly wing, Allah will never give a kafir a slip of water to drink, if it was. So may Allah make us busy with akhirah and mindful of dunya, to do the best we can and not to forget our akhirah. Ya Rab, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, Ya Dal Jalali wal Ikram, give us good end. Ya Allah, make us among people who really mind, really understand, really respect, really obey. People who are not lazy, people who are not ignorant, people who are not really don't care about coming to the masjid or going or doing that or doing that. No, make us, Ya Rabb, please. Ya Allah, make us with the people who are getting close to you, worship you, and always do good deeds, and always among the righteous ones. And Ya Allah, forgive our sins. Ya Allah, forgive our sins. You don't know, I might be the one who's after Imad Rahimi, or after Adhami, or Bu'alam, or so and so. It could be you, it could be me. It doesn't need signs, it doesn't need death, it doesn't need sickness or disease. It comes when it comes. That's why Allah made it hidden. No one knows when it will come. نسأل الله العفو والعافية والرحمة والمغفرة. اللهم اغفر وارحم وتجاوز عما أنت به أعلم، إنك أنت الله الأعز الأكرم. اللهم عافنا بعفوك وأكرمنا بكرمك ونجنا برحمتك. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. يا رحمن ارحمنا، يا غفور اغفر لنا، واغفر لإخواننا الذين سبقونا. اللهم اغفر لعماد رحيم وأدهمي وبعلام وكل من مات من المسلمين. اللهم اغفر لإخواننا جميعا وارحمهم. اللهم اغفر لمن مات من المسلمين، واشف يا ربنا كل مريض مسلم. يا ربنا خذنا إليك أخذ الكرام عليك. اللهم خذنا إليك أخذ الكرام عليك يا رحمن. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين.